What's up guys, it's Piccolo Black here, back with another video. I've decided to kind of pivot in what I'm doing on this channel, and that's for two reasons. One, I am constantly talking to people that do not care about music tech and music hardware. And so I thought, why not talk to you guys about it? But that does not mean that I'm going to stop doing the beat making videos and the plugin overviews and all of that stuff. That's still gonna happen. It's just that I was getting burnt out just doing plugin overviews. At the end of the day, that's just like a small part of who I am. But the beat making side of stuff and talking about products that I love and maybe one day would like to buy is why I started this channel. So I'm gonna focus on that. If you like it, you like it. Subscribe, sub up. If you don't, I mean, just let me know in the comments, I guess, and hit that thumbs down. But anyway, let's get started with the video, right? Because what are we doing? So first up, Arturia, as you probably already know by now, has dropped version 6 of Pigments. I literally just installed it 5 minutes ago, so I'm going to be getting into that, and I probably won't do a review, but what I'll more likely do is a video where I'm just using Arturia to make a beat. I've done it before for other videos, so yeah, we'll probably do it that way. Let me know if you want me to do that and I will get right on it. I want to talk about Roto-Control. Roto-Control is one of the most interesting pieces of hardware I've seen come out of this year's NUMB. I'm really excited about that. That looks like it's going to be very useful in the studio. It's got 5-pin MIDI in and out. It's got USB-C control. It's USB-C powered. It's got customizable buttons, automation. Oh, the automation is really cool. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. The rotaries, like if you set them or automate them, they move by themselves. Like they're all motor powered. It's a controller for Ableton, for plugins, and for hardware. I don't know if it's just a controller for Ableton. That's something that you'd have to look into. All I know is that it definitely works with Ableton, it works with the mixer, and it works really well. The reasons I would want one is just to make the workflow a bit more smoother. I don't know if it's something I will actively want to adapt to. Like I currently have no issues using my keyboard and mouse, like my little trackpad here. And even sometimes I use the Move to control Ableton already. So I'm not sure if that's something that I would want to do, but it works so well. And because it works with hardware too, I could see myself racking up my hardware now and just having it all connect to one controller. That would be crazy. And the best part about it is that it remembers everything you do in a session or for whatever hardware you have it set to. So once you've got everything set the way you want it and you plug it out, you plug it in somewhere else, when you plug it back into the hardware that you were using before, it will remember the settings. If you plug it into an Ableton session, it will remember all the settings that you have set up, all the configurations that you have set up. So it's really cool, but I just don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. I wish there was a way that I could try it out first before I decided if I wanted to buy it. The other thing I wanted to talk about was another product from NARM, which is the Korg Handytraxx Play. It's basically a vinyl player that lets you scratch, it lets you loop, and helps you sample tracks that you have on your vinyls. I don't know, for someone like me, the way I make music, it was like, oh, that's a no-brainer. I have to get this. I have to make this something that's a part of my setup. I could picture it on my desk just because it's so small and compact, and it has a little handle, it has a little speaker on it, and I was really excited about getting it. I literally had it in its cart. I started researching, like, does anything else do what this does? The answer to that is no. I've seen ones with faders on them. I've never seen one that lets you loop in real time, and it only needs, I think it's like something like 6 AA batteries, no D batteries, USB-C connection, but some downsides to it. It can't connect USB-C for audio, and it can't connect aux in, aux out for audio. So, there's some downsides to it, but I thought anyway, forget all that. I'm just gonna have it ready and set up all the time on my desk. I come in, I put my vinyl on, and I sample. And then I came across the PT01. It doesn't have the effects, the loop functions, but you can run it through an effects pedal or Ableton or the Ableton Move, right? The PT01 has aux out, I believe. So you can just run it into whatever you want to run it into and still sample that way. Don't need the loop feature because I have a loop feature on the Move. I have a loop feature on Ableton. But yeah, I do want a vinyl player. I already have one, but it's old and I wanted to replace it. So I think I'm gonna end up getting a PT01. It's half the price, so it's a no-brainer for me at this point. Now, this one is really important to me, and it's BITWIG's first ever hardware product, the Connect 412. It's more than just the audio interface, as they say in their slogan. Like, I'm actually, should I use BITWIG? Let me know in the comments if I should use BITWIG, because I've been thinking about it, and to be honest, if it's as good as it's looking right now and at the price it is, if they do updates and it keeps up with the current market, I might have to switch over to BITWIG. I might have to. But that aside, I've been looking for a new audio interface because I don't have enough inputs on my current one I have, and that's so that I can bring better beat videos for you guys, because I don't like being stagnant. So imagine I've got a pedal here, and then I've got whatever synth, the organelle or whatever running through it, and I'm able to talk on the mic at the same time. That'd be awesome, because right now I wouldn't have enough ports to do all the things I want to do. What's interesting about it is it has a bunch of inputs and outputs on it at the top, and they're used for CV ins and outs. I was watching the video and I was like, damn, it's such a missed opportunity that you can't use those as audio ins and audio outs. And then they were like at the end, and yeah, if you don't want to use CVs, you can just use them as regular ins and outs. I was like,
finally, inner peace.
This is what I've been waiting for. The only critique I have is that I wish they would have been 1/4" ones as well. I know CV in and out doesn't use 1/4", but I wish they had some 1/4" inputs and outputs so that I could run some stuff through it, some pedals or whatever. Let's just have a look at some of the things that BITWIG has going for it right now. It has an insane amount of outputs. I think it's got 6 1/4" outputs. It's got another 5 outputs on top of it. For BITWIG users, it has a bunch of transport buttons on the front half of it. So this is going to cost about 550 USD, so probably about 600 Canadian. Anyway, I could ramble on forever. This actually felt really good. I think I'm going to do this again. Let me know in the comments if you like these kind of videos. Next video, I'm going to make a theory board video because some people have been asking me about some theory board settings, so I'm going to make a quick theory board video. I'll be working on a video that lets me use this with the Move and maybe the organelle too. This combination, super cheap, super lightweight. I bring it everywhere with me now. Anyway, to the next video.
I'm dividing the debt up, hugging bed all day, yeah, I'm fighting to get up, dodging conversations in spite, we had to spec up this fate, already jotted down the finish line, my state, impatience, couldn't stand the waiting line, spectators.